Pamela Anderson, 55, decided to release her own documentary after the Disney Plus Pam and Tommy series was created without her consent. The Netflix documentary will not be watched by Pamela, however, despite handing over hundreds of photos and home movies for the project. Pamela, A Love Story, is set to be released on Netflix at the end of January, but the Baywatch star has admitted that she has no intention of watching it herself. She has interviewed at length for the documentary and is also releasing a memoir, Love, Pamela, which is expected in January. Speaking to Vanity Fair, she explained, "The documentary I haven't seen, and have no intention of seeing. I gave full access to my archives and diaries, and hope that it makes sense to somebody. I hope that my story inspires people to have a great effing time and not worry so much." Pamela was deeply hurt by the depiction of how her and then-husband Tommy Lee became a global internet sensation. Her reactions to the show and the breakdown of her marriage to Canadian builder Dan Hayhurst will be a heavy feature of the documentary. The former couple got to know each other when he was hired to work on her house in Vancouver during the pandemic. They married on Christmas Eve in 2020 but split up just a year later. The wedding came months after she denied legally marrying producer John Peters. The pair had a ceremony in Malibu, but sources told The Hollywood Reporter that they hadn't filed for a marriage certificate and parted ways just 12 days later. The documentary director, Ryan White, said of the program, "Pamela wears her heart on her sleeve, not just in relationships but in all things in her life. All of her husbands are a part of her story, so they're in our film, including the most recent one. And no matter how many times it hasn't worked out for her, she still is a hopeless romantic and looking for true love in every way." Last year, Pamela reportedly branded the upcoming Hulu show Pam and Tommy about her romance with Tommy Lee, a joke and cheap knockoff. The show hit headlines when the first look images were released, with actors Lily James and Sebastian Stan bearing an uncanny resemblance to the real Pam and Tommy. Insiders told The Sun that the star deems the god-awful program a joke and has never heard of Lily or Sebastian. Pam and Tommy is based on the model's 3-year marriage to rock star Tommy, which saw them tie the knot in 1995 before their infamous sex tape was leaked. One of the iconic star's friends told The Sun, "Pamela has no intention of watching this god-awful show, absolutely not. Never. She's never heard of the actors playing her or Tommy, and doesn't care to know them. She and her family think the show is a cheap knockoff."